Well, I definitely cried a whole bunch whenever I said goodbye to the baby on day one of my Germany trip. It was very sad to leave her, but very exciting to go pick up my sister. We are headed to Germany on a surprise sister trip because our other sister has no idea that we're bringing the middle sister. So we got to the airport a little bit early to accommodate for my husband's schedule that day, and we were just kind of bored, farting around doing nothing, looking at suspicious luggage, retelling drunken airport stories, you know the works. And y'all, I was so nervous. My anxiety was so high. It was just the prospect of going to a different place, a new country where they're not going to be speaking English, and this is basically where the trouble started. They loaded us up onto the plane and then told us to get off the plane because there was some type of an issue in DC, which is where our connecting flight was, so then we had to wait even longer doing absolutely nothing in the airport. People started yoinking their bags off of this plane because they were already missing their connecting flights in other places, so they were just rescheduling to the next day. We were not prepared to do that because I knew about pre-existing plans in Germany, so we just waited around and chanced it and took the risk to the other airport to see if we could still make our connecting flight due to bad weather in Washington, D.C. That didn't work. We ended up missing that flight and then having to wait around some more to get on a different flight to Munich instead of Frankfurt, Germany. We sat on the runway for an additional hour, and boy, it was just a long, long time. Already at over 12 hours. So this was some of the food that we had: buttered chicken, square salad, and the best tasting Stella ever. This was the vegetarian option, and it was just not good. I was really happy that they fed us though, because after all that running around like the McAllister family from airport to airport, we had worked off all of the food that we ate that day. It was a long, long flight, like 9 hours I think, so my poor little butt was so sore by the time we finally got there. I tried to sleep so hard it didn't work. I even laid on my very kind neighbor, and that still didn't work, so I ended up watching movies, trying to read, just staring out the window, anything to pass the time. We flew right over where we were supposed to go, which was Frankfurt. We didn't know it at the time, but we also missed the flight that we were supposed to take from Munich back to Frankfurt by like a couple hours. So then we had to wait in the airport again after talking to these angry German people and rebooked a different flight with Lufthansa. So this was us just messing around in the bathroom. We were kind of freaked out by the recyclable hand towels. I don't know about that. Doesn't seem very sanitary. But hey, look how private the bathrooms are. No slots, and they're like from floor to ceiling. That was pretty cool. We were very relieved to have finally made it to at least Germany, because for a while there we were thinking that we were going to miss it. Delayed a whole day, and that would have ruined everything that we had already planned to do with my sister in Germany. So we had to wait here for 3 hours for our next flight, and by this time we had already been awake for like a day and a half, and the fatigue was really starting to set in. Saw a bunch of other people having to run through the airport because they probably missed their connecting flights from bad weather in DC too. But eventually the time came, and we hopped on our little plane and flew from Munich to Frankfurt, Germany, picked up our stuff, and headed off to my sister's house. I don't have a video of her reaction because she kind of snuck up on us, but that's okay. She was a little surprised, but also not a little surprised due to a leaked photo from my husband. Oops. Anyways, give me a few days to edit the videos. We had a great trip. So much to do and lots to see. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!